supply is basically 7 times the M1 money supply. So those are the facts. That's just the facts. And I'll give you one more fact before you decide if we're in a bubble economy. This is a historical fact. Almost one-fifth, 20% of all U.S. money supply that was created in our entire history, one-fifth, over 100 years, 178 years, one-fifth of that was created in the past 10 months. So what does that mean? What does that mean for our economy? What does that explain a lot of things that are going on right now? I will leave it up to you and open it up to any questions you have.
Wow. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for this, giving us the fact. And I think that when people are listening, and some people may have questions or some people may worry about it. And for now, we have Ruby and Dr. Wan. So Ruby, you have any questions for Steve?
Hi, Mr. Captain. Yeah, thank you for following me, and I'm following for a long time. I know you from VV Lin. All right, thank you for your address about the economy of the global, but I'm not big expert of the global economics, but I think I still have some questions about what's your perspective about you said there's some part of the stagnating in some area, and some part you still see there's elevated or booming in some area, such as the AI area, right? So I know you're an investor, and I do want to hear from you. What's your perspective about the AI areas that you saw there's elevated? So what area are you gonna to be seeking to invest in AI area?
Yeah, so I'm not saying don't make investments.
Yes.
I was just giving you the facts. There's still a lot of good investments out there. You just have to be selective. You have to be careful. And my advice to people is don't put all your money into one thing. Don't put your entire life savings into Bitcoin or into a SPAC that seems like the next hot thing. As far as AI goes, I've done a lot of research, a lot of work in the AI field. And to me, AI is one of the most powerful technologies we have ever unleashed, primarily because it applies to everything. Like almost every business on the planet can benefit from AI. And that's unusual. I mean, most technologies are pretty narrow and pretty limited. But like the internet itself, like there was a time when nobody had websites, and now, you can't run a business. Every person, with internet connection practically has a website, whether it's on Facebook or some other site, they have some web presence. So what we're seeing with AI is that you can go very deep with AI and on every aspect of every business, making it more intelligent. And that trend is going to continue. Now, a lot of the low-hanging fruit has already been taken, a lot of the obvious ideas. However, we are seeing AI itself mature. So we already have deep learning and machine learning algorithms that are pretty good. And, some computer science experts I've talked to says, no, the AI has hit kind of has leveled off. There's not much improvement now because we're doing about all we can. But you talk to other computer scientists and they say no. Like every time we think something's leveled off, somebody makes a quantum leap forward. And my belief is that, we've already seen GANs type of AI where AI learns by interacting with other AI. We are seeing kind of evolutionary AI. And soon we're going to get to the point where we see self-coding AI that can improve itself and actually alter its own code. You get to these points, and I think we're going to see tremendous growth. There are also a lot of other opportunities out there in AI that I think are ripe for use. And AI isn't static. The more data we gather, the more we can do with AI. And in the deployment of IoT and 5G to gather massive amounts of data means there are going to be many more ways to improve how AI delivers products, how AI impacts our life, how AI runs our economies. All that is wide open.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. So next, I'm going to give the microphone to Dr. Wan. Dr. Wan, thank you for coming.
Sorry, I was asking Ethan whether I have to speak. I'm sorry. I just want to quickly ask Stephen. Thank you, Diana, for holding the space. I just want to quickly ask about related to AI. This whole idea of the data-driven economy and associated with the crypto, and now people are going to BitCloud, and I think this is a new wave of social media. And to be honest, I was watching Black Mirror. I really think, Steve, we all become data points, you know. And we even when we use Clubhouse, right now we contribute so much data, but we're never given